We need to get back to whatever the truth is. I've been writing a lot about this. I've been taking notes. I've been journaling, like, about jujitsu. Jujitsu, like, is kind of a vehicle for truth for me, right? And that's one thing that's fascinating to me about Eddie Bravo is that, like, he has such a creative mind that he built a system, and then he went out and he built he beat the people who actually, he beat the best guy at the time from the family that created the sport itself. And he did that by putting people in positions that they had never been in before, that they'd never repped. And that's essentially what his system is, right? He created a lot of different games, and that's what jiu-jitsu is. There's a lot of different games and areas that you can bring people into. And if it's the game of chess, right, which is what it is, if you're bringing someone somewhere where they haven't been, then they don't understand the proper responses, right? And so he's such a brilliant guy in that manner. And, that's what Eddie's whole look into it kind of stuff that he talks about is that, he's got such a fascinating mind because he beat the game. He beat the game of jiu-jitsu, and he's created this system that is now expanded out to all these schools and creates all these high level competitors. And he did it by thinking so far outside the box that he took the gi off at a time when everyone was like, that's disrespectful, that's this and that. And now we're in the future of jiu-jitsu where everyone wants to see no gi over gi, right? So it's like he understood that that's where the game would become exciting. That's where the game would apply to MMA, which would then get people like ourselves further involved in it, because it's like, maybe I want to fight MMA one day. Maybe I just want to be able to test myself one day and go out there and do that. And I'm learning a system that's going to make me feel very comfortable in that, because I'm not worried about grabbing lapels or grabbing your sleeve or all this other stuff that doesn't apply within MMA. And Eddie is just somebody who's always seeking truth. People can, they hear him on Rogan and stuff, and you can think he's crazy and stuff. But when he really boils down to it, all this look into it stuff is just like, what's the truth? I'm searching for it. And whatever the truth is in our society, and whatever the true way of being is, and whatever the, whatever is the proper way for us to live. And one of the things that keeps coming back to me too is we see the way that people attack Jordan Peterson or Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was trending again yesterday because people were mad at him. And there's a lot of these truth seekers and a lot of these guys that really have a positive impact on men. And I feel like there's too much attacking of these guys that have personally infinitely made my life better by the things that I've learned through either listening to them or listening to the people that they gave a platform and allow them to speak, for countless hours. And, there's a lot of issues right now with the truth. And there's a lot of issues right now with anything past just trying to tell people, like you were saying about being virtuous. There's a lot of that out there. There's this attempt to be virtuous, but the virtue is basically, for lack of a better term, there's just no depth to it. There's no depth to it. And it's like the truth is a long conversation to be had and something to be discussed over beers or whatever.
Well, there's been a loss of nuance.
Yeah, that's it.